What is up, man? I'm back at the house. Y'all can see earlier I was outside. No, that's the reason why. Look, I do a lot of the lives inside, bro. Most people don't understand, but it's constantly a lot of things going on around when I'm outside. That's why I did the little live while I was waiting on the bus for you guys. But you know, um, when I go outside, I gotta be vigilant, bro. I gotta pay attention to what's going on. Not to say it's like terror or anything, but you just gotta. Is Nah. I wear the mask because I don't want you to be on my dick, Amaru. You see my face, you might be on some dick riding like, oh my God. You feel me? That's why I wear the mask personally, bro. If you think I'm so ugly or whatever, bro, that's fine, but it's not about looking good for you. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Malika Sim, what's up, man? You a dude. I don't give a shit about you. Where your girl at, man? Where your mom at, man? Where your auntie at, man? Yeah, I had your auntie on team. When I see her, I'm coming no mask, just me. You know what I'm saying? See if she go or not. But at the end of the day, bro, y'all focus on the wrong things. That's the problem. Everybody want to know how I look. Go watch the last video. You see the woman was ready to give me a ride. I'm like, yo, can I get a ride with you? She like, you just gotta catch the bus. She laughing, but she got a man with her. You feel me? You see the other lady was on my body. You feel me? At the end of the day, some people might think I'm attractive. Some people might think I'm not attractive. It doesn't matter. What does that do for you? Nothing. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? But I just did that live simply to show y'all, like, the environment I'm living in outside. When you're outside, you gotta be alert. You gotta pay attention to everything, man. I just can't be outside staring at the phone like this the whole time. I gotta, watch what's going on over here, watch what's going on over here. And yes, I did take the bus. Public transportation, man, is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, people, what's up, John Ray? People get mad at other people taking the bus. It's like, who cares? Did y'all see there were people sleeping on the floor, sleeping on the concrete? You know what I'm saying? Did y'all see people that was walking around barefooted? That's why I say y'all worry about the wrong thing. It's people that literally don't got nothing. Like when I actually came to the bus stop, there was a guy. Literally, he said, "Bro, it's about $350, 37 on them." No, I ain't tripping about that. I just want people to get a better understanding because people are oblivious to life, bro. When I came to the bus stop, there's a guy literally sleeping on the bus at the bus stop, and I was about to sit down. I'm like, "Oh snap! I ain't even see you sleeping there." He's like, "Oh, my fault, bro. I'm about to get up." He get up and he just goes about his day. But it's like, imagine this person don't even got a place to sleep. He's sleeping at the bus stop at 2 p.m. I showed you guys the guy that was sleeping on the floor outside. Go watch the last live. Sleeping on the floor outside. I even showed y'all it was a lady, a crazy lady who said she started talking about giving fellatio, Vladimir Putin, all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And bro, I show y'all this for a reason so y'all can appreciate the position you in, bro. Cause I can always go outside and see a homeless person, bro. I can always go outside and see somebody without shoes. Right now, the bus just passed a lady that was trying to catch the bus in the middle of the street. The bus driver like, that's not safe. I could have showed all that on the bus, but personally, I ain't want to go live on the bus because it's a lot of haters. Haters as in people be like, oh, don't record me while you're recording me. Whole time I'm recording myself. But it was a lot of stuff that I could show y'all on the bus. It's people on the bus that don't have enough money to get on the bus. Get on the bus for free. When I get on the bus, I don't pay, gang. I say, yo, driver, can I get a ride up the street? If they say, cool, we good. Say no, I'm going to catch the next bus. Because you're going to meet drivers who are like, no, everyone pays a fare. But which I got to understand right now, life is tough for everybody, even those who don't do drugs, are not on substance, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally came from an interview. That's why I was waiting on the bus. When I went to the interview, bro, the man said he had 9 interviews today. 9. 9 interviews, bro. I don't know what number I was, but imagine he got 9 interviews today, then he has seven more tomorrow for one job. Like, that's crazy, right? But that's how it is with most of the jobs right now. It's scarce. It's scarce. It's a total of 15, but he had 9 today, Malik, and he got 7 tomorrow or 6 tomorrow. It's 9. He has 9 today, gang. I put this on God to my life, the rice food I eat. He had 9 today, then he has like 6 or 7 tomorrow. That's 15 total, bro. 15 total for a car wash position. Cause I want to get y'all understanding a car wash position, bro. Working at a car wash, just doing simple stuff. 9 today, bro. When I got there at like 12:40. I ain't do my interview till like 1:30. So I was there chilling for an hour, really. Technically 30, 40 minutes. Walk around. I even got to play Call of Duty Mobile. But this should give y'all understanding of how tough everything is now. It's like, I could have literally, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm somebody you keep me waiting for a while, bro. I'm out of there because I feel like you don't respect my time. That's disrespectful. But in this type of predicament, it's like, man, I just need to get this job. You feel what I'm saying? So for me to hear like, dang, it's 9 people that's getting interviewed today, then 6 more tomorrow, it's like, whoa. I didn't know all the jobs was like this. It's not just this job, bro. I'm telling you, I've been job searching for like 6, 7 months, bro. I had went to Chipotle, and I was shocked to see 6 people there for an interview. Like 6 people. There was a sweet Asian girl. I'm sure the sweet Asian girl got the job, bro. Because the girl that was interviewing me, she was a girl. But it like I'm YS, bro. Like, she's gonna relate more to a sweet Asian girl. Like, you feel me? She let me get free burrito and all that, but no call back. But it's not just that one job, man. I'm telling you, every job currently right now, they got like 7, 8 people that want that job. I don't care if it's Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell. I'm being 1,000 with y'all. There's about 6 or 7 people that want that same job, bro. And you're not gonna know until you go there for an interview, and they interview and they say, "Oh, hey, I got like 5 more interviews." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Asian girl, she looks sweet, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If at the end of the day, I'm sure I hire her over me too, because I'm somebody you might be iffy about. Like, man, I don't know about this guy YS, man. The Asian girl is like certain, it's certain. It's certain though. But I was looking like, nah, I'm thinking she get the job, you know what I mean? Because she just looked nice, bro. She just was a nice looking Asian girl, like in the sense of not beautiful, but just a nice person. But every job you go to right now, it's a lot of people that want the job, man. So if you are somebody that does have a position right now, have a job right now, bro, you are lucky. You are really lucky, bro. And I don't care how much they bother you at the job, do your best to hold on to that job. Because if you lose that job right now, bro, I'm not gonna lie, like, y'all hear a lot of people make TikToks about Indeed being on bullshit. Bro, Indeed is literally on bullshit, bro. You go on Indeed, you see the same job posting that's been there for the past 7 months, bro. The past 7 months, and you're like, oh, how they still hiring for the job that's been on here for 7 months? But you can't even get in there to get interviewed or nothing. You can't, and a lot of the positions online, they're horrible. They're horrible jobs online, bro. People are gonna be like, oh, why is you making excuses, bro? I'm not, bro. I remember when I used to go on Indeed, and there used to be like a lot of good jobs available. Currently, right now, the jobs on there, bro, they're horrible jobs, bro. And then the worst part about that is like, okay, cool, they're horrible jobs, but when you apply for them, 10 people want the same horrible job. 10 people. And people got to start realizing, like, dang, okay, everything's kind of like, dude, everything's kind of like simmering down, bro. When I say simmer down, nah, Malika Sim, in questions to the job, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I don't want a lot of interviews. The reason I say I kind of agree with you a little bit, But I gotta give it to you. I agree with you on the fact that it's bullshit. You know what I mean? The reason I say it's bullshit, a lot of the jobs that you go interview for, bro, they just want to like you, bro. They want to like you. They don't. It never really is about your skills, bro. I swear on my life. Everybody knows this is true what I'm saying. It's never about your skill that you have. It's never about the knowledge, bro. It's just about, does this person think you're cool enough for them to get a drink with you after work? That's it, bro. I swear on my life, because bro, I don't went to a job. The girl asked me, "Do you have kids?" This is none of her business, bro. Most of the time, a girl only asks you, "Do you have kids?" when she wants to date you, have intercourse with you. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm looking at the interview like, yo, who cares? This is for Taco Bell. Why are you asking me if I have kids for Taco Bell, gang? This is not a CIA position. This is Taco Bell, bro. I will be working second shift. If I do got kids, I don't got kids, what that got to do with me getting hired? But in her asking me that, I'm like, damn, she's just saying that to see if she likes me. Because that's the question women only ask when they like you. Like, oh, you got kids? Because they want to know, are they going to be a stepmom? Do they got to take care of somebody's kids? Are you kid free? So the interviewer asked me this in the Taco Bell job, and that literally threw me off. I'm like, yo, what that got to do with me working here? You know what I mean? Like, bro, I was turned off though. Cause I'm looking like, even then, Malik, if a female asks me that, I'm turned off. Especially if we're not engaging in that conversation, that type of conversation where we're getting to know each other. I'm at an interview, bro. This is supposed to be professional. You shouldn't have to ask me if I have kids, bro. When you do that, it's like, okay, you want to like me on a certain level to hire me. That's how I look at it. Maybe you want guys with only kids working here. Maybe you want guys who don't have kids working here. You know what I mean? I don't know. But that has nothing to do with my skill as a worker. But most of the jobs, when you go there, they just want to know if they like you, bro. They really don't care about your resume, bro. They ask you some of the stupidest questions. Like, oh, give me a time when you had difficult customer service and you had to, how did you handle that? And it's like, yo, bro, honestly, I can make anything up. I could say, yeah, I had this customer service job, had a disgruntled customer come in, and then I was just like, you're right, sir. No worries. We'll take care of your issues. And the customer was satisfied. I could say anything in that scenario, bro. And I could make anything up. I could say I used to work at a manager position, and I had a difficult employee, and I had to kind of like warn the employee multiple times, and then take manager actions, and it's all bullshit, bro. It's all bullshit, bro. And it's like you looking for, like, in these interviews, look at it like you're looking for the right answer to make this person happy. It's like, oh, who cares, dog? Do I got the skills or not for the job, homie? Do you think I'm ready to work here or not, bro? Do you think I'm strong enough to do the task or not? It don't matter about me giving you the best answer. Bro, all the conflict resolution questions are BS, because you could make anything up to answer them. That's what I'm saying. You could say whatever. Man, I used to be a janitor, and we had a staff of 3 janitors, and one of the janitors wasn't really taking care of their duties. So what I had to do, I had to delegate that janitor's task, and all nonsense, bro. It's all nonsense. Like today in the interview, I told the dude, I said, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Most jobs want to know if you cool enough, do they like you enough to hire you? That's it. At the end of the day, I've yet to meet a job where it was really about the work. What's up, DeMarcus, Adon, the skill, your talents. It's all about, yo, do the manager like you enough? And y'all done been on certain jobs, right? Keep it 1,000. Where you got a shitty employee. When I say a shitty employee, this man is late. This man's don't work. This man's don't do nothing. But this man is liked by the manager or this girl. And they literally get away with everything. Am I correct? Y'all done had those employees, man. Be honest. Y'all work with a few people. This person didn't have good work ethic, good attendance, bad attitude, but the manager loved them. This person got away with whatever they want. Be honest. And this is what jobs is about, bro. Who they like. Cause bro, I've been in jobs where I'm telling you, there are people who work hard and it's like these people are ghosts to the managers if the manager don't like them. If the managers don't like these people that work hard, show up on time, do their job, don't complain, they don't matter. Even though they're doing a good job, a great job, phenomenal job. The manager don't like them. You feel me? But you can have a guy who don't even come to work, calls in, bro, come here and does the bare minimum. The manager loves this person though. You feel me? So this person receives all the praise, the benefits, the credits. You who working hard, it's like you don't even matter. Managers don't even care about you. Manager might scold you for something this other person is consistently doing on the job. Manager might come yell at you, but never yell at this person. And it's all about being liked. That shit's weird, man. The John is weird, man. Like I want to go to job where it's about the work. It's about the skill. It's about you don't have to like me. Am I doing the job right, correctly? That's what matters. But everybody want to kind of like you to know if you can work here and all this. All that shit's weird. I'm gonna be honest. It's weird. It's like first off, you don't own the company. You're a manager. So you liking me shouldn't affect me working here. You should just hire me based on my credentials and the ability of me doing the job. That's why some of the workplaces are so shitty because it's a lot of people there that's not really working. They're kissing the manager's buns. The manager loves them, and it's a revolving door. So those people get to stay on the job. Those who are hard workers and do a better job, they necessarily don't get to stay there. The manager's gonna hassle them, try to get them out of there, so they can get more people in there that they like. That's the job in a nutshell, bro. That's the job in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. And bro, I realized this when I worked at the airport, bro. When I worked at the airport, gang, listen, I was one of the best ramp agents, bro. And y'all like, man, why else you just saying this, bro? No, I'm not. I had the manager of the airport come and tell me, the main manager. This man name was Norris. You know what I'm saying? When he came, he talked to me. He said, why yes? He said, you just like me. So I'm like, man, how? Because I don't like being compared to people. So imagine an airport manager, supervisor, the whole airport, coming up to me and saying, hey, you just like me. But me and him used to butt heads. Because one time I'm standing waiting on the flight, you know what I mean? I'm dipped. It's cold out there. It's in the airport. I'm standing like this, hands in my pocket, bro. Hands in my pocket. I got this big coat, like a trench coat, but it's like an airport coat with the reflectors and all that. But I swear on my life, it looked like I'm DMX in like one of the movies or something where he just got the Timbs. I had the Timbs, and the wind is blowing like the coat look like the coat is just like flexed up. And I got my hands in my pocket. I'm waiting on the planes and looking cool. I thought I looked cool as ever. So the main manager Norris, he pulls up because he used to drive around on the ramp in his car. He like, man, zip up your coat. Bro, I'm talking about I'm posted. The coat is like flapping with the wind, bro. Like imagine it's like a photo shoot, gang. Like DMX in a photo shoot. The wind blowing the coat like just sprawled out. You know what I'm saying? Then my hands in my pocket felt like I'm waiting on this plane to land. Yeah, Morpheus from the Matrix vibes, bro. I swear on my life, it's like it pissed him off, bro. My man drove past me and spun around. He said, zip up your coat. So I'm like, man, what's wrong with my fit? He's like, it just doesn't look very professional. It looks like you're trying to model or some shit. So I'm like, man, this man Norris tripping, man. Forget him. I ain't zipping up nothing, bro. This is how I'm swagging, man. I'm swagging waiting on the plane like this, man. So we used to butt heads, but we had a conversation one time. He like, man, you're one of the best ramp agents on the ramp. And he named a few other people that I was in the category with. This girl named Kadia, this other girl named Rosa, and then a few other guys. You feel me? He like, you guys are the top 5 best ones on the ramp. My problem with you is you're very stubborn. And he's like, He's like, why are you stubborn? I'm like, cuz, man, dudes don't give me credit here, man. I'm putting in mad hours work. Bro, I'm picking up triple shifts. You know what I mean? These managers is dick eating. You know what I mean? I'm telling the main manager this. I'm like, they're dick eating. Like, look at the time that I'm in a bend and how long it takes for the bags to come out. I'm pointing out everything I'm doing. He's like, trust me, I pay attention to all of that. But it's just people don't give you enough respect that they should. Boy, you remind me of me. I'm like, for real? You be meditating and stuff? He's like, do I look like I meditate, YS? I'm like, shit, I don't know. That's what I be on though. Like, but when I say meditate, I'm talking that though. So he started laughing. He like, you're crazy, YS. Just keep doing a good job. So imagine this coming from the main boss, bro. The main boss. To where I remember I had got sick, bro. There was a manager that didn't like me. It's this white dude, man. He used to always wear this baseball hat. Just a depressed fellow, bro. I remember specifically we working on a 757 Boeing. And some of these planes are like international flights, so they're big planes, right? You only got like a split time when a flight departs to do everything, and then another flight is landing. So it's constant. So me and this other girl, we had to leave a flight. We just landed, unpacked, and go to another flight. So we had to go over there. As we're over there doing this, bro, this man comes and tries to scold us. He's like, why didn't you guys get over there earlier? Why weren't you there earlier? So the girl ain't speak up, but I had to check him. I'm like, dog, you can't be that oblivious, bro. He's like, what do you mean pay? I'm like, dog, we was literally just landing this flight, and we had to hop off this flight to get to this flight. First off, there's no running on the ramp. You can't run. That's a rule. So what else do you want us to do? And he stands there like a girl, puts his hand on his hip in front of me. So I walk off on this side like, man, this man tripping. It's already hot out here. I'm sweating. He talking about why didn't we get to this flight earlier? Because we was working on this flight, dummy. It's common sense. But it's like this guy just wanted to scold someone. So the whole time he's still standing there. I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, yo, bro, you gotta get out the way. We need to use the belt loader. So the belt loader is like where you put like the suitcases on from the bin. I'm like, yo, bro, get out the way, man. We need to use the belt loader, fam. My boy goes in the ramp and is watching me through the window like this. But I knew he never liked me, fam. So at the end of the day, I had got bronchitis. When I got bronchitis, I had to miss a couple weeks of work, but I never missed any week of work until then. So he used that against me, knowing that I was on attendance probation, and he fired me. You know what I'm saying? He fired me, bro. But the man hated me so much. Check this out, right? He never liked me from the start. He didn't have enough guts to drop me off at the car. Because when you get fired at the airport, they gotta escort you. They gotta literally drive you from the ramp to your vehicle. My man was so scared, dog. He had the main manager in there, him and another manager. The main manager told him in front of me, he's like, yo, YS, I love you. You one of the best ramps. It's not my decision. He forced this decision. I'm like, yeah, but you know I got bronchitis. So what we doing here? He's like, yeah, I know, but this guy just really has been on your heels for this attendance. So bro, I ain't even tripping. I'm like, man, it's all good. I ain't even tripping. So I like, Norris like, yeah, he has to drop you off though. Norris made it so he had to drop me off. Dude, this man did not want to even be in the car with me for not 1 minute. He hated me this much. Bro, I swear on my life. So Norris like, yeah, you gotta drop YS off though. Norris give him the key, bro. I'm ready to go grab my bags. I'm not even finna do nothing to this guy. I don't even care. I just know he don't like me. Bro, as soon as we come out the room, he's looking around like a chicken with his head cut off, and he finds this kid named Muhammad. Muhammad was my homie. Muhammad like, oh, YS, I never liked that white dude anyways. You're good. He's like, don't worry, you'll get another job, bro. I already had another job, bro. I had another job with another company on the airport the same week. That's what they didn't know. That's what was so funny about this stuff. So when Muhammad dropping me off, he like, you'll be good, bro. Keep your head up. I'm like, yeah, for sure. Then my homie, everybody that I work with, they message me like, yo, YS, you out of here, bro? How can you be out of here, bro? What happened? I'm like, yo, don't trip. I'm gonna be back next week. They like, what you mean by that? What you mean by that? I said, bro, I'm gonna be back next week. They like, what? Bro, whole time I already went on the orientation for the other job at the airport. I was gonna be a fueler. I already got hired. Orientation done. All I was waiting for was my starting date. Bro, I swear, Malik, it was my starting date. Bro, you can't imagine. When I started as a fueler, bro, it felt like a concert, bro. I swear on my life. The way God set things up is crazy because when I first got hired as a fueler, I'm pulling up to one of the most lit zones because the fuelers and the ramp agents, they don't share zones, but their zones are close by to each other. You feel me? So, bro, I specifically remember me and all the new hirees, bro. It's like 7 of us in a bus, bro. The bus drives to the airport terminal. It stops at this certain concourse, bro. Fam, I wanted to be the last one out the bus, man. Element of surprise. Bro, we was in front of the most lit zone. I'm talking about all my homies. They out here working. I just been fired last week from this company. I'm with this company, still at the airport, new badge. But I swear when I hopped out the van, they like, what? What? Yes? No way. Bro, they all started running. Bro, they all started running up. But the craziest part, Malik, all the managers was right there in front of the bus the same day, the same place I pull up. When I hopped up, bro, it just felt like a movie. I hopped out, man, I looked at them like this. Then I just walked off. I'm talking about it's like a movie scene, bro. It was like, they like, how the heck did he get back here? It ain't even been a week. Bro, I remember there's one manager named Thomas. He like, bro, what are you doing here? He's like, we got rid of you. Cause you gotta keep in mind, he still work with DGS, bro. I'm working with the fuelers now. He's like, we got rid of you. You just can't leave. Why don't you? He's like, why don't you want to leave? He was being funny, but I'm like, oh, bro, it's always more than one way to come back. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell y'all that because it all falls back into the job just wanting to like you, bro. At that job, I was a hard worker, bro. I was a very hard worker. I put in man hours there. I was working so hard that everybody knew I was the guy to pick up your shift. I swear. Everybody knew, like, yo, you want anybody to work for you, hit up YS. But you gotta come with the cash app though. You know, that was the incentive. You gotta cash at me 60 for a shift, gang. 120 for 2 shifts. You feel me? So I'm running it up off the check and off the cash app. I'm talking about stupid payments, bro. And it was like, they were like, nah, this guy, cause I never really talked to these managers, bro. I was by myself. When I wasn't on a flight or with my homies, bro, I'm ducked off in the corner. So it's just like they never got the chance to like me how they wanted. So they was always on my heels. You know what I'm saying? But most of the jobs, bro, is always like that. They want to like you a certain way to their liking to where you fit in. When you fit in with them, then it don't even matter about your work. I swear. It don't even matter about your work when they like you. It don't. It's just because they like you. And I've been in jobs where I was like, bro, I told you I had a sales jobs. Don't get me wrong, I was number 2 salesman at the job, bro. But attendance-wise, I was horrible sometimes. Be honest. There be times I'm coming into work an hour late. I'm coming into work 2 hours late. Why? Because I could get away with that, bro. I knew I could get away with that. I knew, like, look, I could come in 2 hours late. I'm just about to sell crazy, and it's not gonna matter. Like one of my boss, he come out, he like, D. He called me D, like, D, what's up with you, man? You sleep, but then you come in and you beat people who wake up early. How do you do that? I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. Cause you gotta think, I'm already knowing I'm 2 hours, 1 hour late. So it's like, okay, the way that I make it up right now is do crazy sales. That's how I think, bro. You gotta do crazy sales. Let's say we playing in the game, y'all at the game are already, and I'm late to the game. As soon as I check in the game, I gotta put up at least 12 points right away. That's how I be thinking. The coach gonna be like, all right, he was late, but I ain't gonna lie, he's cooking. So it's just how all the jobs are, man. That's how they set up, man. A lot of the managers and people, they wanna like you a certain way, bro. I swear. And if they don't like you that way, then that's when they hassle you, they harass you, they try to say you're not doing a good job, but they got somebody they like on that level. I don't even know what that is, my boy. What is that? Bipple snip. I don't know what that is, boy. That sound like a snowman talk or something. But if they like you a certain way, you don't even have to be good at a good worker. You're good. You know what I'm saying? They're literally gonna let you get away with a lot of things that most other people can't get away with. And you see that a lot in a lot of jobs, bro. That's what it is, simply. Back then jobs used to be based on your skills, your ability to actually do the job. Now it's just based on, does the supervisor like you enough to let you skate? Because if the supervisor don't like you and you're a good worker, it's like that shit don't matter. They're gonna make it seem like you're not a good worker. They're gonna harass you like you're not a good worker. As compared to the shitty worker who they like, who they crack jokes with, who they watch the same shows with. They're gonna make that person seem like they're hard working, they're talented, they commit to the company, they're on time, even though they don't do any of those things. But I don't know. I feel like the jobs are really different now, man. Just even some of the questions they ask you in the interviews are silly, bro. It's like some of these questions not even more advanced than the video game. You know how when you start a video game, they ask you, you have to set up certain things, they ask you certain questions. Some of these questions are silly, man. And what I'm noticing, like I said, bro, it's a lot of people that want the same shitty jobs. Imagine 15 interviews. Imagine 15 interviews for a car wash job, bro. That is nuts. I don't care how you put it, how you think about it. That is insane, bro. That's too many. And that's how all the jobs are gonna be set up, man. When you go to the job, it's gonna be like 10 people there, 12 people there that want that same job. You know what I'm saying? What's really gonna differentiate if you get the job or not is how well the interviewer likes you, bro. I swear. That's all I'm saying. People just want to like people a certain way. Once they like them a certain way, they're like, oh, we're gonna hire them. Person can be terrible characteristics, terrible work ethic, and then they like them though, so they keep them on for a while. But at the end of the day, bro, whatever job you have right now, hold on to it. Appreciate that job, cause it's scarce right now to get a good job. Anybody that don't believe me, like look at the search engine you use to get these jobs. Also, man, you're gonna see a lot of like same thing on there posted, same thing posted. Um, Also, man, I went live just to show people like, yo, bro, I do go outside, bro. I go outside all the time. I don't go outside with my mask. I go outside like with my regular face, but I don't like doing lives outside unless it's a decent spot, decent environment. It's too many fiends that be around. Fiends are like the homeless folks. It's a lot of drunk individual. Drunk, when I say drunk, they always drinking alcohol, intoxicated. So I just wanna be in the right spot for the live. But yeah, I go outside all the time, man. All the time, bro. The worst part about going outside is, you know, sometimes you gotta deal with certain type of people. Like when me and the guy was sitting on the bench waiting for the bus, some lady came by. She was a decent looking lady. She wasn't like fire or nothing. She was decent looking. But she just got to saying weird stuff. She said that there's guys who always record her doing fellatio. She's sick of that. She's ready to have Vladimir Putin take care of it. This is what she said to me, bro. And in a live, bro, you can hear me asking the guy like, does that take away from her beauty? He said, yeah, she's a nut job, because even the guy right there, he was a homeless man. He was just chilling at the bus stop, but these are the type of people that's always around in my environment. So not to say they're a major threat, but even me recording the live at the time, I don't know if she felt like I was recording her. I never put the lady on camera for real, but she kept coming back and saying they be having her looking like a fool out here. So I'm like, yo, man, I'm confused. Like I'm just doing the live, but these are some of the reasons I don't go live outside, bro. Or sometimes it might be an individual that's like, oh, you got your camera, you recording me, and you know what I'm saying? Most of the time, you're not even recording that person. You're not even documenting that person. But that's just how most of these people feel, man. And being live outside, you gotta be more vigilant of your surrounding because I kind of stay in the hood. So I don't want to just be outside looking like a green bean. Like, oh yeah, he paying attention to his phone. We could just do whatever. So most of my lives is in the crib, man. But when I go outside, I don't look like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a mask on when I go outside. No, I don't have my glasses. You know what I'm saying? I just look regular. Regular degular. I put the mask on for y'all for real, man. Mask on. Mask on. Glasses on. Glasses on. Hat on. Hat on. I put that junk on for y'all, man. Because I don't want nobody being like, oh, this is what YS looks like. Oh, you really want to know how I look, man? Just go to the Instagram, bro. There's a video of me on the Instagram, man. That video is old, though, but it should give you an idea. One of my things, too, is like, I don't try to look the same as when you last saw me, if that makes sense. So, like, most people that last saw me, they probably think I still got dreads, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? I then switched it all up. You know what I mean? So that's just how I move. So that picture you might see on there, I don't look like that for real, from my perspective, but it's my general overall look. People are they're so obsessed with other people's looks, man, to where it's like, ah, man. Yeah, shout out to Roddy, man. He's outside playing with the kids. I was just outside myself, man. It's nice outside right now, bruh. Feel me? I was outside waiting for the bus. They was talking crazy about the bus. They said that's government fair. And I'm looking at them like, y'all some haters. Y'all be happy if y'all could get some EBT free bus cards. You know what I mean? Nah. They was hating though. I'm just saying, I don't really care, Amanda. I still took the bus. I don't care about that stuff. I'm just saying, people like they just say all types of crazy stuff. Like, who doesn't want a free transportation? Put your hands up if you don't want free transportation. Exactly. Nobody's gonna raise their hand. Who doesn't want free food support? Put your hands down if you do not want free food support. Everybody's gonna raise their hand because these are necessity things that people need. But people act like they so prideful, like they just got the Mussolini chilling, you know what I mean? Or they got the Lambo Urus chilling, knowing they ain't even got none of that. It's like, yo, bro, you're not good enough. You're not too good to take a bus, bro. Y'all see I got home, right? Right. Housing assistance. They always talk bad about housing assistance too, man. There was some guy who was like, oh, man, everybody where you're at looks like they're on EBT. Who cares, bro? You would be happy to have EBT. You would be happy to have food assistance, housing assistance, rent assistance. It's just the fact that you don't have that, which makes you upset at people who do have that. And bro, I'm telling you, the reason I showed y'all the live of people laying on the ground, walking without shoes, is for me to show y'all, like, bro, there's some people that really don't have nothing going for them, and they need a lot of this help. They need a lot of this help. Like the dude who was sitting next to me, some older black lady came and gave me and him like a total of $6. She like, this for y'all, this for y'all. I didn't even know her. We were sitting just waiting on the bus. She like, hey, y'all go, here y'all go. So my mans came. He was homeless. He gave me $2. I let him keep the rest. You know what I'm saying? Because I literally just watched this guy go in the Holiday gas station and buy a sandwich to eat. That's probably the most food he's gonna have for the day. You know what I'm saying? That's the end of it for him after that, man. Unless he gets some more money. But I show y'all that type of stuff so y'all can understand, bro. Life is real, bro. It's like it's a lot of people that gotta sleep outside, sleep on the floor, sleep in the middle of the street. So imagine if that person had the utmost assistance to change their life, it'd be better. You know what I'm saying? But people gotta stop being so prideful and oblivious to assistant help. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with getting assistant help, bro. It's nothing wrong with getting food stamps. It's nothing wrong with taking a bus when your car goes down. Nothing wrong with having to walk to the store. All of that stuff should be appreciated, bro. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, they talk down like, oh, EBT. Somebody was like, government bus fare. It's like, bro, transportation for public should be free because a lot of people don't have the money. Organic Machine Dean. A lot of people don't have the money, man. How you doing? A lot of people are broke. A lot of people probably doing the drugs. So a lot of people don't be having regular money. Like, they don't. I ain't gonna lie. Like, even if I would have got on the bus with y'all and showed y'all how many different races was on the bus, you would be surprised. Because most of the time people think government bus fare, EBT is all black folks. But bro, when the bus I just got on, there was Asian, there was white, there was Mexican. All different races was on the bus. I personally just didn't want to show y'all because I didn't want to feel like I was invading their space on the bus. Like, yo, y'all see everybody on this junk? They would have been feeling the type of way, like, but I would have done that just to show people, like, yo, bro, it's more than one race that rides the bus besides African Americans, Mexicans, Asians, whites. Everybody rides the bus besides black people, bro. And people need to understand that, like, oh, okay. So the bus is like the subway, yes. Everyone rides those. Even when you go to the subway in New York, bro, you're gonna see Asian people, you're gonna see Mexican people, you're gonna see Indian people, you're gonna see all types of people on there. So the people who have this belief that, oh, support and assistance is only being used by African Americans is like, yo, bro, you gotta understand that's false. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Machine Dean, man. He said everyone ride the bus. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And that's what I was trying to tell him. But some of these guys, they're brainwashed. They think that, oh, if you ride the bus, you's a bum. It's like, dude, some of these people have anxiety driving. What's up, Scarface? I say they can't, they're gonna they're terrified. Some people are literally terrified of driving, bro. So they never got their license. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, chopped cheese with extra cheese, you heard? Nah. It just, I feel like a lot of people are ignorant, bro. They just say a lot of things out of ignorance, and they gotta improve. They gotta be better. They gotta have understanding. Because with understanding, they wouldn't be so ignorant. Nah, facts, Organic Dean. Bro, I still took the bus. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, that ain't stopped nothing. I'm at the crib right now chilling. You know what I'm saying? For me to even go live, waiting at the bus stop should show, like, I don't give a you know what I'm saying? Like, at all. But I just try to get people to understand, like, yo, stop thinking the way you think, bro. Improve your mindset. One day your car might break down. You might not have no ways to get around except the bus. You might not have enough for a Lyft, Uber. You might have to take that bus right there where they got the bus stop right in front of your crib. Right, you know what I'm saying? And if you feel like you're too good to take the bus, then you're brainwashed into like a different world. You know what I'm saying? I done seen professional folks take the bus. Ones that work for law firms, lawyers, doctors. You feel me? So it's like, imagine a regular person be like, oh, I get that, I'm cool for the bus. Come on, bro. You're regular, bro. Say if I'm doing what I gotta do, people say, yeah, yeah. Nah, facts, man. I don't pay attention to it. I just try to educate folks, man. Because when I did the live earlier, they were judging a lot of people that was out there, like the guys that was sleeping on the street, and it's like, oh, bro, these guys have literally nowhere to go. If they could literally not have to sleep in the street, they would. Yeah. Shout out to Amanda. She said, when my husband and I were at our lowest of life, we took the bus all over places. I used to cry like a baby. 2008, 2011. True story. Now she has a BMW. Said, bro, if you care about these kinds of things, getting onto the bus, bro, you need a doctor. Facts. People, like I said, people care about the silliest stuff, bro. And it literally ruins life for these guys because they can never have an experience, bro. An experience is what? When you ride the bus, it's a different experience because then you see people who are like going through similar stuff. Some of them are even more messed up. And people who don't have a lot of money, the bus is for them. You know what I mean? The bus is to help those guys get around. Because imagine you don't have a car, you can't really get around. You can't ride a bike everywhere, you're gonna get tired. So public transportation is for the public, bro. For anyone that needs that. It's not for broke people. It ain't for homeless people. It's for anyone who needs the transportation and they do not have it. I done seen old white folks on the bus, man. Old Mexican folks on the bus, man. And once you kind of get what I'm saying, it's like, okay, I shouldn't have that mindset that, oh, the bus is only for this type of people. Bro, there's so many people that took the bus and they said they had a great experience. It was the first time taking the bus that they would love to do it again. Why? Because someone that never took the bus wouldn't know. There's people that take the bus or the train to football games, and they're like, man, this is one of the best experiences in my life. I never actually took the bus in my life. And once you can have that mindset, bro, you won't think about stuff that don't matter, man. Like I seen the man I seen laying on the ground. My man only had one pair of shoes. Oh man, the tension in America, I wouldn't say it's major, but I would say they want it to be major. You know what I'm saying? When I say they want it to be major, it's like, bro, we not really beefing with each other, but personally, I feel like they've been trying to have a lot of things happen so where it can be like white versus blacks or some type of race war, but people been handling that stuff well, man. Like even if you look at the whole Raja Rampage situation, that kind of created a separation of divide where, you know, you had a lot of people saying he needs to be locked up. This is how black people are. They're uncontrollable. And, you know, then you had people saying the opposite. So I just feel like as far as like the tension, it's not much tension. Because when the George Floyd stuff happened, I would say there was some tension among people. But now it's just kind of like they want something to happen, bro, but it's not happening. Like, you feel me? It hasn't happened. Because it's just a few things that's transpired that what you would think would lead to a race war, but the race war ain't happened, man. And it is like, think about it. Every year there's something that happens to create more tension, more tension, more tension. You know, at this point it's like they just gotta leave all that tension alone naturally and just allow people to get mad at each other for real. Nah, I hear you. That's facts because they have too much to worry about. But here's the thing though, a lot of people don't think that about African Americans. Like they consider African Americans as people that are constantly messing with others. So they feel like, okay, well, how do we trigger these folks? I would say the George Floyd situation really triggered a lot of folks. People still talk about that today. It hasn't been another event that's occurred that's on that level. You feel me? To where people might want to overreact, but all it is to get people to lose their composure, bro. Hate each other, because there's a lot of people in the world who believe racism is a thing. And I try to tell people, I said, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. Racism is not a thing. And they're like, oh, what do you mean by that? How can you say that? And it's like, oh, bro, at the end of the day, I'm a black dude. I done met some douchebag black guys that I'm looking like, man, this dude cannot be black. Ain't no way he black treat me like this. And y'all have met him too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done met douchebag Asians, douchebag Mexicans. When I say douchebag, I'm talking about just a horrible individual. Douchebag Africans. So when you sit there and be like, man, these guys are racist, do you say that to the person when the person is like the same color as you? Do you say that to the person when it's the person's the same culture as you? Or is it different in that situation? That's what the point. Because there's gonna be times you're gonna meet douchebag whites, douchebag any race, bro. And there's gonna be times where you're gonna meet nice white person, nice Asian person, nice black person, nice Mexican person. So it's not about race, bro, when you think about it. But you like they let everybody brainwash them into thinking like, oh, race is a thing, race is the thing, and blah blah blah. And it's like, yo, bro, you gonna go to the store, you gonna meet a horrible black person. Customer service, shitty as ever. Is there racist? When a Mexican go to the Mexican store, they meet a horrible Mexican. Is it racist? Because people only say that when a person doesn't look like them. But we deal with these people that look like us regularly. So it's no racist. It's no racist. It's just a shitty person, good person. Shitty person, good person. Shitty person, good person. That's all it is. Dude, I don't went to the U-Haul, bro. I went to the U-Haul. I remember, I'll never forget this old black dude. I'm looking at him like this bitter ass grandpa. I'm trying to rent the U-Haul. The white dude helping me. The white dude asked me for a contact. Usually when they ask you for a contact to list, bro, they don't never got to call that person, bro. They just got to get the number. So I give him the number. The white dude trying to give me a hard time. He's like, we got to call the contact. So I'm like, hey, it's my pops. He about to get on a plane. I don't know if you can call him. He's like, well, then we might not be able to rent to you. I'm like, well, hold on. Let me see. Let me reach him. So I do all that. My pops answered, but then I ended up using my sister number, because my pops was going on a plane. So my sister, I'm like, man, yeah, thank God my sister answered, bro. You kind of was tripping on me. So when I say the white dude tripping, the black dude want to come to his rescue. He's like, he's not tripping. He's doing his job. I'm like, bro, I get it though, but I don't rent it mad U-Hauls, bro. Generally, when they ask for your extra contact, they just need the number. They don't have to verify that. He's like, dude, yeah, I don't know who you think you are. This black dude tweaking. So I'm like, yo, brother, I'm not tripping right now at all. The guy got the contact. Why are you so upset? Whole time he dick eating the white dude, because that's what I call dick eating. He's eating his dick. An Asian guy comes in. I watch the black dude ring up the Asian guy. Guess what happens? He asked the Asian guy for his contact information. His whole ass didn't even call the number. But then you want to get mad at me because the white dude called a number. So your ass racist. So you racist towards blacks. You only love white people. That's the mindset you could have if you going off racism. But I'm like, man, fuck this black dude. He's just an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't even get the rental car because he made a big deal. So I literally left, bro. And I went to another spot where none of that bullshit happened. So when y'all walk around thinking this is racist, nah, bro, you're going to meet people who look just like you that are going to treat you like complete garbage. And then you're going to meet people who look totally opposite from you that are going to treat you very nice, very well. So it's no such thing, bro. I'm telling y'all, you're going to meet Y'all done met people that look just like y'all that treated y'all horrible. Y'all met them. You know what I'm saying? All of them. Y'all done met people that look just like y'all and they were complete douchebags, bro. To me, what a douchebag is just a rude, just belligerent, unrespectful, unconsiderate person, bro. That though you didn't even have to do nothing with them, you just coming into like a pit of fire that this person has around them or in their heart, and they just let you have that. And it's like, yo, bro, I just didn't do nothing to you. I just came here to get something. But those people are everywhere. So don't be one of those people that walk around like, oh, white people are racist. Bro, I met a cool white boy yesterday. The white boy up $500 extra. He was paying $2K. He put 500 extra up. Cool white boy. Now I done met black folks that came here and tried to finesse me out the bag. They wasn't even trying to put up 2K. They trying to give me the okie doke. I could say they racist. If we going off of racism. Like, nah, them fools, I'm talking about they racist. Nah, they were just shitty folks, bro. They were black and shitty. Just like you meet a white person, black, shitty. You gonna meet a Mexican, shitty. You gonna meet an Asian, shitty. But you're also gonna meet these same people who are nice. Nice. I done met cool Mexicans. Carrillo, that's my mechanic. I don't even know this guy. This man rock with me off rip, man. Got my Yukon. I think I had a Tahoe at the time fixed quick, bro. Good price. Picked it up in a day. I never met him a day in my life. Since then, we always had a relationship. He like, oh, Migo, come through, Migo. But I done met Mexicans who was douchebag. Nothing like Carrillo. Straight D-bags, you feel me? Rude, no respect. So I give you that insight so you can have a thought of yourself, bro. Think about it from your perspective. I know you done met people that look just like you, who done treating you, who's treated you horribly wrong. But you ain't say they was racist, because they look like you. You only gonna say it's racist when they don't look like you. And that's the truth. But that's not real, that's fake. When I see a douchebag African American, I'm like, man, F that dude. I don't be thinking, oh, he's racist. I meet a white dude that's like that. I'm like, man, F that white dude. I ain't thinking, oh, he's racist. I'm thinking he's just a shitty muff. You know what I mean? Like, he's a shitty individual. That's what I'm thinking. I ain't thinking nothing about the race. I'm like, man, it's a shitty white dude. Because I done met white dudes cool as the other side of the pillow, bro. No problems, bro. Nothing nice as ever, bro. I had a white dude towed my car from 2 hours away with no money, dude. Do you know what that means? Now, if that dude was racist, he wouldn't even gave me a chance. Because I'm a black dude. Black dudes got a horrible stigma for being scammers. I could have been a scam artist. I mean, but my man's literally gave me the benefit of the doubt. And he said, look, I'm not going to judge you off the past of what others say. I'm going to give you a chance to prove them wrong and show me you're a good guy. That's why I'm doing this favor. He could have been like, nah, bro, you's a black dude, bro. You know, black dudes be scam artists for real. You know, I ain't rocking with you, YS. I ain't tarnished. He didn't do that. He gave me a chance. Ain't no racist, bro. You want me shitty people and good people. That's it. That's the racism right there. Who's shitty and who's good? That's what you need to figure out. You ain't figuring out who's shitty and who's good. You gonna be walking around goofy like, oh, racism, 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 racism. And then y'all gotta think about racism, bro. Think about this shit on a big level, right? I wanna blow y'all minds, right? Because as humans, we don't really think, bro. Thinking is one of the greatest skill to have. What is thinking? Let me give you an example. Let's say YS says, the world is approximately 436 kilometers, 56 feet, blah, blah, blah. You as a thinker, you're like, man, how the heck do YS know the exact kilometers of the world? What's going to happen is that's going to cause you the ability to question what I said. And questioning what I said, now you're going to start to formulate possible outcomes to the answer. Like, ain't no way YS could have known that. How did YS know that? Did YS go around the world to determine the kilometers of the world. What did he do? The reason I say that is because, bro, one of the classes I hated was history, bro. I took AP history. AP is advanced placement. And then they always was talking about like slavery and shit like that. I used to not like that shit. Cause I'm like, man, why y'all want to talk about something that happened years ago? For what? For what? Why? Who cares? Then I started to think. I'm like, hold on. So you trying to tell me these folks had a ship big enough, right? To go and get everyone from Africa, enslave them, put them on that ship, and bring them to the US. And I'm like, nah, ain't no way. There's no way. Because ain't no ship big enough to go get all them people to come to the US. They couldn't even build the ship like that. They can't. I know you heard about Noah's Ark. Probably Noah's Ark was probably the biggest ship they could build for real. That was in the Bible, but they still couldn't gather everyone. Y'all remember they had to gather two of each animals. So when you think of slavery, gang, open your mind, be a thinker. Like, ain't no way they could have got all them people on the ships to come here. Some of them would have died. They wouldn't have made the seas. Some of them couldn't travel by seas, the conditions. Besides that, they would have to do multiple trips, bro. Multiple trips. So I'm just like, ain't no way that should ever happen, bro. There's no way. Because if you look at us, bro, we can't even go to Afghanistan and conquer Afghanistan without casualty and taking losses. There's no way somebody got a ship, went and got everyone from Africa, put them on that ship and brought them to the US. That's bullshit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I see your comment. It's called ancestry depression. Yeah, to keep you in a mind state that you was nothing in the past. You didn't matter. But that's why I say you got to be a thinker. If you're not a thinker, you kind of slow, bro. They can get you. You know, I'm looking like, nah, ain't no way all these people from Africa got on a ship to come here to be slaves, bro. Ain't no way. Can y'all imagine that? Y'all don't think some people would have jumped off the ship? Y'all don't think so? Think about it, bro. Y'all got to really, really think about it, bro. There's no way. There's no way. It's not possible, bro. He said it was more than one trip and ship. See, Pooh is such a dummy. People like Pooh is stupid, bro. You're stupid, Pooh. The reason of me saying that is for you to question the possibility of that, you dumbass. So let me ask you for real, because that'll piss me off. How many ships were they, Pooh? Give me an example. Give me an example. How many ships do you think? How many ships did they have, and how many trips do you think they took to bring all the slaves here? Right. Cause that's why I say you stupid, gang. Cause you just so open to agreeing with something like that. You said it was more than one trip and ship, bro. Well, give me the exact number, dog. Cause even if it was one trip, one ship, it's still not possible. So give me the exact numbers on what you think the amount of ships were, how big were they, and how many trips did that shit take? You can't give me the answer, dog. You can't. Bro, it don't matter if you're 65. You should have prime knowledge then. Being 65 doesn't give you prime knowledge, bro. It means that you just believe this for 65 years of your life. You haven't questioned it out not one time. Not one time. Because the operation and what I'm trying to tell you is virtually impossible. You got to even look at the distance on how much it would cost them to make multiple trips. It's going to cost to make multiple trips, dude. It's going to cost a lot of money. People are going to die. Some are not going to make it. Do you get me, dog? So as a 65-year-old, you supposed to be like, at least, man, hold on. Maybe this young man might be on something. But see, you believed it. That's the problem. That's why I'm saying you got to think, Pooh. As a 65-year-old, you're too advanced in life to not have a question in mind. You got to think like, that's why everybody believe racism happened, because they literally believe that These people were able to go to Africa, put all these Africans on a ship, bring them here. How come people still live in Africa then? These are the questions that people don't have answers to. If they got everybody from Africa and brought them here, why are people why are people still living in Africa, bro? Africa should have been deserted. You have lots of knowledge. I agree with what you say. I watch you all the time. Nah, Pooh, I'm not trying to disrespect you, but it's like, yo, gang, I can't sit here and allow you to be like, man, look, that's possible because it's not possible, bro. And it's not possible because I don't want you to think like have a racial mind. I want you to look for good people and shitty people. That's all that matters. The reason I'm trying to tell you is that, look, it's virtually impossible for this operation to happen is because there's no way they could have brought all those people here. They didn't have space ships. If you look back then in history, bro, ships was not that big, bro. They wasn't that big. I'm gonna be honest. If you look back during the times of slavery, you can get on Google and do your research, bro. Look for ships. Look for some of the biggest ships in slavery times and what times they were. It wasn't that big. So it's no way possible for them to take everybody from there if they don't have the cavalry, big enough cavalry to transport them. Second, the distance in the trip was too long. That means some people would die. Some people would get seasick. Some people would get diseases because they piled up. You know what I'm saying? It was virtually impossible. So it's like, imagine transferring livestock. Think of it like farmers transferring livestock. If you look at people who transfer horses, the horses are so big, they can only transfer 1 or 2 horses at a time, gang. Be honest. And we're in the 20th century. So when you look back then, that was like the BCs or 1900s. The technology, the strategic planning, it was not there to make any of that stuff happen. So it's a fallacy. It's a fake story. Now, don't get me wrong. They did enslave certain people that they were able to get a hold of. That's facts. They were able to get a hold of certain people, bro. But they did not get everybody here. You know what I'm saying? They was able to get some people, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. They got a few people. They didn't get a lot of people, though. Because you also had the people who were rebel. There's people that will rebel against that type of stuff. They just wouldn't go. I'm sure they had inside job mans, but they still couldn't get everybody. So knowing that, you start to question, but why would they want us to believe racism is a thing? Because they don't want us to connect with each other. They don't want us to connect with each other. That's why, you know, a black person might not be as cool with a white person because they think racism exists. A white person is not going to be as cool with a black person because they think racism exists. Same applies to a Mexican, an Asian, a Somalian, Ethiopian, Syrian, all of that, bro. If they get everybody to believe that, then guess what they start to believe? Okay, well, this one race can be conquered. So then, you being that you're the race that can be conquered, that leaves everybody thinking of you as nothing. Do you get the trick? It's a mind trick, bro. It's like everybody always looks at African Americans like one of the weakest people because when you think about slavery, they say we the ones that was really enslaved. They don't talk about white people being slaves. They don't talk about Mexicans really being slaves. They don't talk about you. I know exactly what y'all gonna say. Oh, they discussed that in history, like the conquistadors and all that bullshit. That's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit, bro. I'm telling you, like all that conquistador conquering, that's all garbage, fam. It's to like put you in a certain mindset. Cause I ain't gonna lie, at some point I used to be like, man, white folks are racist. Then my mind changed because I started to meet white folks that wasn't racist, bro. So I'm like, nah, hold on. How can white folks be racist, but then some white folks, they're nice. They treat me like I'm one of them. It don't make sense. Then I started being around black folks. I mean, I've been around black folks my own whole life, but then when I was around black folks, I started observing certain things. There was good black folks. There was horrible black folks. So I'm like, nah, man. I think at the end of the day, life comes down to good and bad. Cause I done met people that look just like me. They look like they could really be my brother, bro. And they treat me horrible. And that'll really kill me inside, bro. It killed me inside because it's like, yo, dang, bro, we the same color. We look the same. That's when I realized now racism can't be real. Cause I know a black person that'll treat me like I'm not even a brother. And I know I don't want to speak on other races. Who cares? But it hurts you more when you feel somebody that's like you treating you bad. You like, dang, bro, we brothers. You treat me like this? Ain't no such thing as racism. It's good or bad. And once everybody gets that, bro, we can have a better life, bro. We can have more peace. Of course, there's gonna be some of the people who believe that stuff still, but we can have more peace with each other. You can see a white dude and not feel like you got problems with this guy. Cause imagine people having hate in their heart for people that did nothing to them, right? They say your ancestors, correct? So you don't know this guy's ancestor, this Brad. What is Brad's ancestors could have been the main one, quote unquote, responsible for slavery, but now you mad at Brad. You feel me? You what, man? What? Your ancestors. Brad might not even know these people though, bro. But I just want you to understand how ridiculous it has you thinking. And they have a lot of people walking around with hate in their heart. Like, I'm gonna give y'all a real story. Y'all watch my other live. This just transpired. It's me and a white dude. We sitting at the bus stop. This white dude homeless. I don't look at him as a racist person. Nah, I apologize, Pooh, for saying that was stupid, but sometimes I gotta forcefully like be a dickhead sometimes to get my point across. You know what I mean? But I want people to just process what I be saying so they can understand. Like me and the white dude, we sitting at the bus stop. He's a white dude. I'm a black dude. I don't care that he's a white dude. I'm gonna be honest. Why? Because he's homeless. He's in a position where if racism matter, I look down on him because white people shouldn't be homeless, right? But when you start looking at it, Mexicans are homeless, whites are homeless, blacks are homeless, Asians are homeless, then you like, hold on, man. If racism only applied to one race, these other races wouldn't be homeless. So hold on, this is something that it's a human situation, Rowdy. We're all humans. So if a black person can be homeless, a white person can be homeless, Mexican, damn, we all human. Past that, me and dude having a conversation, we laughing. A lady walked past, she starts talking crazy. Me and a white dude, you know what I mean? Exactly. New York, Spanish people are homeless. Everybody can experience homelessness. So it's like not a one race thing. But once you open your mind, you could break down a lot of stuff, bro. You break down a lot of stuff on a intelligent level. So me and the white dude talking. It's an older white guy. I don't really know. We laughing. We see this other lady. She's kind of beautiful. She's not sexy, but she's beautiful in the sense of she look decent. So she walked past me and the white dude. I'm like, yeah, man. She kind of look at him, then she look at me. I'm like, man, that's you. Get on that. Get on that. He started laughing. Bruh, less than 3-4 minutes later, the lady walks past. She's talking about Vladimir Putin, fellatio, all types of crazy stuff. And the white dude like, she's a nut job. When he says she's a nut job, I'm like, man, that takes away the beauty from her, right? He's like, most definitely. Dang, me and him, we could relate to something. If race was a thing, we shouldn't even be able to relate. You know what I'm saying? Because he looked at the lady like, she's crazy. I'm like, is she crazy as shit? And he like, she definitely not beautiful no more after that. You know what I mean? But there's still that human connection between me and him. This a homeless guy. So if I walk around on a racial standpoint, I'm not even talking to this guy. Matter of fact, I'm looking at him like, yo, you white and you homeless. I'm better than you. Because that's how they want you thinking. You know what I'm saying? But nah, this dude is a human. Homeless or not, because I could be homeless, bro. I done been in situations of almost feeling homeless, bro. That why I try to tell y'all it's bigger than just this false fallacy they sell us, because we all go 6 feet under. We all put on clothes. We all brush our teeth. We all take dumps. We all use the bathroom. We all do similar stuff. Now the only difference is our way of thinking. Our way of thinking is the difference that separates everyone, bro. Our way of thinking separates all of us. But what if we were able to think on a higher scale? You know what I'm saying? If we could think on a higher scale, then our way of thinking can be more connected. Then we wouldn't see what we being sold. We wouldn't see what we're being sold all the time. Cause bro, in my neighborhoods, it's different races, fam. It's mad different races, bro. It's out of state, it's mad Asians, it's mad Mexicans, it's mad black folks. So inevitable for me to be like, I hate a certain race, cause it's like I have to share the space with them. I had to share living conditions with them. And it's more difficult for people that have hate in their heart to do this and live, because they believe one person's better than another. Nah. The homeless dude that was sleeping on the street, bro, he's not that much different than me. It's just he hasn't recovered from his struggles. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I want y'all to think when y'all go out there, because y'all gonna meet black people that look at you like this. Am I lying? When y'all out in public, y'all seen a black dude look at you like you are his enemy. You might not even know this guy. Is that not the truth? When you see that guy, you gotta be like, he's racist. He's a racist. He's a racist black guy. Like, yo, he can't be, because you black, he black. But if it's a white person, you gonna say that though. And you shouldn't think like that, because that person that you're looking at is just a shitty person, bro. They're just not a good person. They're not a good person. That same thing applies to the person if they're white, Mexican, Jewish, Somalian, Pakistani, Uzbekistani, whatever they are, man. They just a shitty individual, bro. Yeah, Pooh, I know you've been treated bad by some black dudes, bro. I'm telling you, I already know. I That what really upset me the most, cause that what had me thinking is no such thing as racism. Cause a black person supposed to see me and be happy, yo, my brother, how are you? And just be upbeat and happy that they see me. But I done had the opposite reaction. And I'm like, yo, ain't no way a black person act like this. Then it's repeated. Other circumstances, I'm like, nah, God trying to show me something. Like, nah, it's good and bad people only. Because I used to have that mindset, Pooh, where a white person might treat me a certain way. And I'd be like, yo, they racist as ever, bro. I swear on my life, bro. Racist white dude. Then when I go and a black dude treat me the way the white person treat me, and it was like conflicting, because in that moment, what do I claim the reason to be? It's hard to say another black person racist if you black. So you start to look at it different, like, nah. I think it's just good people and bad people. That's what it comes down to. Because when you go on a black person treat you a certain way and you black, you don't say he racist. You don't. You just be like, nah, this man tripping. That same thing applies to the Asian, the Mexican, the Somalian, because they're all gonna do that same thing based on if they're good people or horrible people. That's what we need to pay attention to. Who's good and who's bad. That's the race war right there. The war is bad versus good. That's the war. Who's bad and who's good. The live I just did was to show y'all, bro, my neighborhood is heavily mixed up. It's mixed up with white folks, Mexican folks, black folks, Somalians. And in order for me to walk around free, when I say free, I can't walk around hating a Somalian, hating a Mexican, hating an Asian, hating you know what I'm saying? I have a young white couple I have leg. They help with my yard. Exactly. And Not one black family ever helped you, gang. I'm telling you, like, dude, and you start to realize, like, nah, some people are really good people, bro. Then when you look in the opposite end, you realize like some people are really horrible people. But the people that help you, bro, they look at you beyond your skin. They say, look, we understand this guy's an older guy. If we can be some use and beneficial to him, we need to do that because that's the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And Pooh, I'm sorry, man. I wish you the best of luck, but that's good to hear, bro. That's my point right there. Is like you have people that aren't the same color as you looking out for you in a sense. And this is what we supposed to do, bro. When I was sitting on the bench talking to the white guy, the homeless white guy, swear on my life, a black lady pulls up. She like, hey, this for both of y'all. I'm like, what? She like, I got some money for y'all. She had like $5. So I told bro, I said, nah, go get it. He went and got it. The white dude went and got it. When he went and got it, guess what he did? Even though he's homeless, he gave me $2. I wouldn't mind if he kept the whole $5, bro. Cause I'm not homeless. But do you see what I'm telling you? This homeless white dude was eating a sandwich he just literally just bought from the gas station, bro. And he doesn't have much. And the lady pulls up, and the money's really supposed to be for this guy, but he gives me $2 out of the $5, bro. And most people won't be like, $2, what you tripping on? But it's the principle. This guy didn't have much. He's literally having his lunch right now, a sandwich that he just got from the gas station. It's one of them little sandwiches, bro. And out of the $5, he gives me $2 because he understands kindness. He understands we are all the human race. He understands that, look, although I'm homeless, bro, I could still share this profit with this guy that's been talking to me on the bench. I ain't never met that guy a day in my life. After I left, he left. But this is what life's about, man. And Pooh, if I live next to you, bro, I help you with your yard all the time, bro. I would. And shout out to the couple that help you with your yard, because that's what I'm about, bro. I help you out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand my purpose is to help people, bro. Make the world get better. If I'm not doing anything on that level, I'm being destructive. I'm not gonna lie. And I know the difference. If I'm not helping others, motivate them, inspire them, assist them or whatever I can, and I'm just bringing them down, talking trash about them, being belligerent, douchebag, because I could be a douchebag, a-hole. Everybody can. It's human nature. We all have those capabilities. But choosing good is a choice. That's the choice. Because you meet some people like they're always in a bad mood. They always, they never nice. That's the choice they pick. So my thing is, man, I gotta move the world forward. In order to move the world forward, I can't be walking around here hating Mexicans. Now, if a Mexican's a douchebag, yeah, I'm on that type of time. What? Nah, I'm on his head. But if you a good dude, man, salute. I love you. I respect you. Cause if you're the opposite, I can't respect you or love you because I'm doing the opposite. You know what I mean? And you say I paid them and they put in my milk that cause Pooh, listen, I know why you paid them because you're a man at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But as a man, sometimes you have to accept kind gestures that's done for you. And I get where you coming from, man. You're self-reliant despite whatever happened. You could take care of yourself, but sometimes God sends certain people to just help you out through your life. It's not that you can't do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Amanda Kuros. I got a lot of Mexican friends, but you know what I mean. The cabrons. We talking about the cabrons. You know the cabrons out there, eh? Mira, look cabrons. You know what I mean? Mira, Amanda. It's cabrons out there. You know what I'm talking about? It's some cool ass Mexicans, bro. You would never have a problem with, bro. It's always a great time with them. They laugh and they lit. And these other ones, it's the total opposite. I got some cool Mexicans. One of my best friends when I worked at the airport was an El Salvadorian dude named Brian Pacheco. Pacheco. I used to call him Mr. Pacheco. Yeah, man. He was a youngin' too. He's like funny-ish, bro. He was like even thinking about him right now. I'm laughing because all I had from him was good memories, bro. Making me laugh, cheering me up, having me upbeat in the morning. This is why I even got through that job. Because of this Mexican dude, Brian Pacheco. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward, my boy is training to be a plane engineer. You feel me? He went from a ramp agent, now he's training to be a flight engineer. Like that, the guy that works on the plane. This is a true story. He's still on my Facebook, my Instagram. This is a guy that I played the song with him. I think you was on the live that night, Amanda. This guy, and this is a testament to show you like I'm not capping about nothing I say, bro. Even Brian Pacheco, there was a guy, another black guy who didn't like him for no apparent reason. And I told him, I said, yo, bro, I'm not taking him off the song. This my guy. Because I know what Brian has done for me, how much he's helped me. Bro, it was times on the ramp, I ain't gonna lie, like, I could have had to go to the office and do a drug test because I might have forgot one or two things. But Brian was on that because Brian know I'm smoking. He know I'm getting chopped in the morning. You know what I'm saying? He know I'm telling him like, yo, bro, I just smoked the whole wood in this motherfucker. He's like, dude, you what? You're crazy. I'm like, yeah, but dog, I need that. And it's like he had my back. That's what we supposed to do for each other here. Have each other back. If I went in there thinking like, oh man, I'm Mexicans and racist, I would have never been cool with this guy, bro. I probably would have got out of there earlier because it's like being around him kept me on point in the sense of I like to wild out, break the rules and all that. He's training to be supervisor. He want to be a supervisor here. So he's doing everything the right way by the book. Fast forward, he did get the supervisor position. But I looked at it like, dang, okay. He's a hard worker, bro. He deserved that. Besides that, he follows protocol. That's impressive. I need to be on point when I'm working with him. That holds me accountable. Yeah, I want to be wild boy, all this. But nah, when I'm working with Brian, I gotta be official. This my man's. You feel me? And fast forward, he's a flight engineer today. Don't worry about that pool, man. Like, we don't worry about that. But I tell y'all these stories because life is beautiful, man. Life is great. And you can have a good life without being caged up if you change your mindset. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that every white person gonna be nice to you. Cause some of them believe this more than others. Like all you gotta do if you don't believe me, just go on Twitter. They got black fatigue. They got monkeys. They got they got a lot of people that say a lot of things on there. But that's the people who already believe the story that we've all been told. Cause we all been told the same story. Nobody's been excluded. White people, Asian, blacks, Mexicans, we all told the same story of racism. None has changed. It's all about who's gonna believe it. Oh, okay, Pooh. That's good. That's good. You know, Pooh is like a nickname. You know, when you get that nickname, Pooh. I had a homie named Pooh. His mom called him Pooh Bear. You know what I mean? When he was younger. So she just started calling him Pooh. But his nickname when he was younger was Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear, Pooh Bear. So they just call him Pooh. Short for short right now. But life is beautiful, man. Don't let nobody change your mindset and trick you, man. Cause at the end of the day, then you don't have a connect. You won't have a connection with certain people if you had that mindset. You won't give people a chance. You won't kind of like give them the benefit of the doubt. You're just gonna prejudge everybody, bro. You're gonna prejudge everybody, and in prejudging everybody, you ruin chances of even seeing if someone's good. You don't even give them the benefit of the doubt. You know what it means to give somebody the benefit of the doubt? They got to prove you wrong. Give them a chance and be like, oh, okay, it's a shitty person. All right, for sure, I was right. But don't come into it like, oh, another black guy, he's a scammer, so he's a loser, user, abuser. You know, all the words that associated with each race. Each race got an association with them. Every race has some type of stigma and stereotype attached, bro. Don't come into that meeting strangers like that. Come into it giving them the benefit of the doubt. The benefit of the doubt is important because, like I said, you're gonna meet so many good people. It's gonna blow your mind. Like one time, bro, I swear on my life, bro, I got a lot of stories, bro. You know, I used to have cars. I used to buy and sell cars. So it was a minute before I got a car because I didn't have any money. So I finally got some money and I went to get this car. Talking to this white dude and this girl. This white dude probably like young, like 20, 25. You know, I'm 30, so I'm older than him. They lived in somewhere like 30 minutes away from the burbs, from the city. So my mom was saying, go wash your poo-poo, but pay some bill, walking around here like you run shit. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's a nickname, Pooh Bear. My homie, like I said, my homie name was Pooh Bear, bro. His mom like, yo, Pooh. So I'm like, man, why she call you that? Bro, that's my name, bro. She been calling me Pooh Bear since I was a kid, bro. Like, Pooh Bear. I'm like, all right, Pooh. He like, don't call me that, though. Only my mom. You feel me? But, you know, back to the story, man. I had went to get this car, bro. Now, I had to take the lift and meet him at Walmart by their house. So, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, man, this dude don't even want to meet me, man. He tweaking, bro. Like, but I really needed the car. So, I go out there to meet him. Now, I never forget. I swear on my life to God in heaven, bro. At first, when I met the white boy, I ain't even think he liked me for real. Just because of his vibes. But I was prejudging him. Because I had to go all the way to the burbs. So I'm kind of like where they stay. I'm like, man, this dude got me all the way out here, man. And I pulled up. I was prejudging him, bro. Like, so I didn't think he liked me at first. We got in the car. We did the test drive. I'm like, I bet I'm gonna get the car, bro. Let's just go to the ATM. So we went to the ATM and I remember I put out, it was like $900 or something. Put out 900, I was supposed to give him 900. So when we get back to the Walmart, he had his girlfriend waiting for him. She was like his fiance at the time. They just got engaged. And when we got back, I'm like, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for meeting my hair. He's like, man, you know what? Thanks for being a good, honest person. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you know, I didn't know how you were going to be before you came, but just talking to you, being in the car with you, you're a nice person, man. Guess what he did? He took $200 of the $900 I was going to give him, and he gave it back to me. He said, this is from me and my lady. I'm like, what? Never, bro, what? He's like, yeah, bro, my lady said, you know, we don't really meet a lot of people that's going to go out of their way to get something, you know, and it shows a lot about you and your character. So I want you to have $200 back. And that blew my mind. Because I'm like, yo, what? My boy gave me $200 back. I'm gonna give him 900. So he was basically telling me like, yo, bro, you have good characters, bro. I can tell. So because of that, we're not gonna take $900 from you. We're pretty much well off. We're good. You have the 200. I swear on my life. I told my pops. He like, what? Man, those are some nice people, bro. And this is what it's about, bro. My man could have saw me like, yo, what's up with this guy? He got a neck tattoo. He came with a snapback. Look how he dressed. Like he's in the music videos. He could have came on that type of time, but he didn't. But I came on the time like, man, I don't know about the white dude, man. What he on? Like, he got me moving, me know, all the way out here, Walmart, bro. You know, what's going on with him? But at the end of the day, that prejudgment wasn't necessary at all. It didn't mean nothing. Cause the guy I was meeting, he was official, bro. He was a nice guy. The car was official. It checked out. He had a family, and he was just trying to do the right thing, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, bro, you never eat. I'm worried about your health. Yeah, on God, like a black bro was like, yo, yeah, I need 1,100, bro. Not all of them though, Pooh. Not all of them, but majority of them would have tried to finesse me, like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I need 1,100 for this junk, bro. The white dude literally gave me $200 back. You heard? And I swear I tell you this story is a real story, and I was shocked. I'm like, dang, this man really gave me $200 back, bro. After I took the 900 out the ATM, I ain't never had that happen. I told my OG, he like, man, what? That's crazy. And what he said, he was like, man, it's really some nice white folks out here. And that is true, bro. Because if we go around thinking all of them are horrible, bro, that's not the case, bro. It's not the case. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, look, check it out. Some people will say that, right? This is what I don't really like. Some black folks will say that, right? A black person might say that about a white person, right? Whole time, this black person got some cool white friends on the low, bro. They had some cool white friends on the low, bro. When I say cool white friends, they got white friends that's really looking out for them. They could go to their house, you know what I mean? Like, they could chill with them, eat there. And then they'll be like, man, white folks be racist, bro, I swear. The whole time, this person got a white friend that's really a cool white friend, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, everybody, y'all go to K-Drama, man. She's going live tomorrow. She says she needs y'all support. Yeah, Pooh, nah. We are number one finesses, bro. We are the number one finesses, bro. This is what we do. And it's not all of us. There's some of us who are very, very honest. It's all right, though, Pooh, man. Listen, I'm somebody who shares the love, man. So what I can say is I'm not a gatekeeper. Like, there's no reason for me to stop someone's motion. So if y'all feel like, hey, y'all want to support Kid Drama on her live tomorrow, go do that, man. This is what it's about. You feel me? Me telling y'all, don't go over there. Don't go over there is like some hating stuff, man. Because what I'm trying to show you, Pooh, is like, bro, even if I say y'all go support K Drama, it takes nothing away from me at all, bro. At the end of the day, sure, it helps her out. But it's not solidified me saying that everybody's gonna do it. But it's me showing K Drama like, look, I want you to win. I can't be the only one winning. I want you to have people in your life. Pooh, I want you to get a YouTube channel, man. This is something I preach on here a lot. Because as you're watching me now, someone else told me to get on YouTube, bro. I swear on my life. I used to watch them. Just how you're watching me, and what they would say is, man, you cool with being a sideline watcher, man. You a sideline watcher. You a sideline watcher. And I'm like, damn, what do you mean by I'm a sideline watcher? He like, man, you in the sidelines, man. You in the sidelines. So I had to think about it. I'm like, man, I'm in the sidelines. But I play sports, so I get it. So what he was saying is, okay, everybody that's on the sideline can never understand what's in the game, what's going on in the game. Second, the only way for you to really get the game is to be in the game. The game is YouTube. So I needed to create content, produce content. Once I started to do that, bro, I understood. Then came YsEats. That's how YsEats was born. I have 6 other channels, Pooh, and what I want you to do is, look, let me say something to you. You're inspirational, man. You say I'm already misborn life. Nah, listen though. You a trooper, listen. People make fun of my nose, brother. They say I got a big-ass nose. You know what I'm saying? Some people say I look like Felix from Stray Kids or some shit like that. The reason I'm telling you this, some people get on here, they say my mustache looks dirty. These are all the things they say, bro. And at the end of the day, let me tell you something, Pooh. Listen, it's easy to criticize a person, bro. That's one of the most things humans are good at. Like right now, I could say LeBron James is garbage. He sucks. But it's not true. If I say that, it's just my perspective. Second, I'm one person. Meaning that, hey, I ain't Donald Trump, bro. I ain't Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? You have a brother's nose, so we are. Nah, but I'm just saying though, imagine that. Like, cause I know you like, man, people gonna come in here talking shit. I know that. What I'm trying to tell you is, bro, they don't just do it to you, bro. They do it to everyone. Like, they do it to. Bro, I done had people come in here and say my teeth yellow as shit. Like, I need new teeth. Like, they say all types of stuff, bro. But the reason I'm saying this to you is because you, as a person, you are more important than whoever's criticizing you. You get me? Like, I might criticize you, but who am I? I'm just one person. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I tell him I got the Mr. Potato Head nose. You know how Mr. Potato Nose detach? I feel like you could detach my shit and put this hole back on. But I can laugh at that though. My thing to you is this. Listen, the fact that you're amputated, right? You could literally inspire so many people, bro. So many people because I know life has to be different for you because you wasn't like that. So look at it from a perspective of being a monumental figure, bro. Cause I was talking to this lady. I'm gonna tell y'all this a real story, bro. I met this lady at my job, right? Bro, I'm 30. I'm at 32, bro. I'm 32. When I met this lady at my job, we had a good conversation. Long story short, I got her number, nothing sexual, bro. Just she's older than me. I'm like, yo, you funny, man. You could do content and all that. She's like, yeah. Oh, okay, take my number. Fast forward, she called me one day. We just having a conversation. And bro, I swear on my life, this my personality though. She like, yeah, I just got this baby. Like, I'm like, you got a baby? What you mean? She like, I just had this baby. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. Congrats. But I'm thinking in my head, like, why she saying that? So I'm like, man, how old is you? She like, I'm 40. I'm like, man, you 40 years old and you geeking about having a baby? Are you good? She like, no, you don't understand how excited I am. I'm like, yo, hold on. Why are you excited, bro? You're 40. You shouldn't be excited at 40 to have a kid. But you want to know why this lady was excited? Because this lady had been going to the doctors for so long and they told her she could never have kids. So imagine what she felt as a female. The doctor telling her she could never produce kids. So when she told me she had a baby at 40, bro, she sounded like she was ready to jump out of the gym. Me being me, I'm like, yo, bro, you 40. What you happy for? Like, you done had more than one kid. She's like, no, this is my first kid ever. They told me I couldn't have kids. So me talking to her, I'm like, dang, yo, sad hearing that, man. But you must not understand how motivational you are to most women in the world. Because, bro, think of how many women are going through this. They went to the doctors. They probably feel like something's wrong with them because they can't produce children. Same with a guy, if that happened, you'll be like, damn, I can't even create a soul, a son, a daughter. It'll throw you off. So imagine, I told her, I'm like, man, your story is inspirational. You need to motivate others. That's why you go through stuff in life. So you could tell your story and somebody be like, dang, man, if YS can get through that, I could get through this. If Pooh can keep going after he had an amputation happen, I could keep going because, bro, I understand. I never got my leg amputated, Pooh, but listen, I couldn't walk for 4 months. I went from walking and not being able to walk for 4 months, and I understand the frustration that people will go through because it's like your life changes, bro. Your life changes over time, and you're like, what the heck? You don't have the same ability no more. That could make you not want to keep being you, but now you got to be you 10 times better. It used to take me forever to get out the car. To even walk in the building took like 20 minutes, bro. For me to walk from here to right there, that'd take like at least 5 minutes, bro. Cause I literally could not lift my leg. I had to drag my leg like this. Y'all see that walk? I had to drag my leg. You know what I'm saying? That's how slow I had to walk. So I understand when you say you're miserable, it's like something you feel like something has been taken away from you, but it hasn't, bro. You're just here to inspire now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's difficult. It's different and it's difficult, but look at it like you're here to inspire. Cause when I watched the TikTok where they was doing the wheelchair challenge, bro, and this guy had 4 cousins. I don't know if y'all seen this or whatever, or friends. And he was telling them, he's like, yo, bro, being in a wheelchair is very difficult. They're like, man, it can't be that difficult. All you gotta do is roll. He's like, all right, well, I'm gonna put y'all through a series of challenges. First challenge is getting over the door. You know how the door jam and the concrete right there, he like, we gonna get out the house. That's the first challenge. Bro, none of these guys could even get the wheelchair out of the house over the door jam. They fell. Some of them got stuck. And he did it with ease. Next thing was going into the door jam, going into the door like uphill. None of them could do that because it requires so much strength to even get up there, get the wheelchair up there with the balance, trying to lean you back. But he showed to them like, look, this is a difficult life. After doing the challenges, they were like, nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I never knew it was that tough. Cause it's very tough. It's like a different realm, but Pooh, what I want you to do is be inspirational, gang. That's where the motivation is gonna come from, man. Cause little do you know, it's a lot of people that's experienced what you experienced, but they ain't talk about it. They ain't talk about it, man. So if you decide to create a YouTube channel, man, look, call your channel Superstar Amputee or something. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but see, out of 4, that last person, that's the best person. That's who you focus on. That's the way I live life right there. Like, let's say 4 people come approach me, but the 5th person's the best person. You know what I'm saying? Superstar amputee. You feel me? Cause you gotta wear that. Like, I swear on my life, bro, I gotta talk to you right now. Cause I went on TikTok, right? Bro, I'm on TikTok too, bro. When I'm on TikTok, there's a lady on TikTok who's like, has a big following. She's beautiful. And I know the kids' generation today, they're very cruel people. They're very disrespectful. They don't have respect for others. They're cruel, bro. They're douchebags. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm talking to this lady, bro, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, on God. There you go. Come on now. You tell them, hey, I got another leg for you, baby. What you on? Come on, Pooh. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. You gotta live in the moment. You gotta enjoy yourself. So, bro, this lady, she's beautiful, right? Keep in mind, when you get on TikTok, it's like a split screen. So I'm gonna be right here, and then she's on the other side. Like, so I get on there. I'm like, hey, miss, how you doing? What's up? You wanna play a match? She like, yeah, we could play a match. I'm like, all right, bet. So we playing a match, you know. I'm like, man, yo, you popping on TikTok, man. What you doing? I just want to know. She's like, I braid hair. I'm like, oh, what? Say that. I got braids. I might have to come to your shop. You know, I'm telling her like I got braids. I'm gonna have to come to your shop. You know what I mean? And I got the little braids nip right there. She like, yeah, I got you. I'm like, all right. So she's like, but I gotta show you something. I'm like, what? She only had one hand. Like something happened to her arm to like this about this length. So she only was braiding. She could only braid with one hand. I'm like, what? You a braider with one hand? And you that nice? Cause I'm looking at somebody in the chair and she's braiding their hair, bro. I'm like, bro, you a problem. She starts laughing. She's like, you like the first person to say that. I'm like, you a problem. Ain't no way you braiding with one hand and you that nice. Imagine the people that have two hands. They got it. They can't compete with you because you like become a superhero, bro. Like Daredevil. You become like a superhero because it's almost like you cannot rely on what you had once. So then you kind of figure out how to improve it and get better. You become like a superhero, bro. She was braiding with one hand, I swear on my life. And I was impressed because I'm like, dang, I ain't, how you even do that? She like, man, it took me a while, but I mastered this. So whatever you going through, bro, you gotta master it, bro. Master it to the point where you might meet somebody else who's going through the same situation and you gotta motivate, you gotta inspire. Cause that is why you here. Everything you go through is to inspire you. I couldn't walk for 4 months, bro. I swear in my life, I thought I would never walk regular again. I thought every time I walk, it would have to be like this. You know what I mean? Like literally, like a limp, bad limp. But then I used to work at the mall, and I used to see this guy. Now you know people who have like spinal issues. They usually have crutches that support them here. So, cause their spine isn't like strong enough to stand on his own. And this guy used to have those crutches, and he used to walk every morning in the mall. Every morning he used to walk. When I say every morning, he never missed a morning. So imagine me, limping into work, pouting, sad that I'm not walking the same no more. But I'm gonna be all right. But this guy, his spine is messed up. He gotta be in the crutches that they don't come here, they come here, bro. You know what I'm saying? They support your back. Imagine him every morning, walking every morning. All right, Pooh. Look, man, start that superstar amputee channel, man, please. If I ask anything of you, I ask that. You know what I'm saying? And don't overthink content, bro. You could do vlog, you could do storytelling. You could just show your experience of what you go through. Please start that channel ASAP, man. I'm telling you, you will have a lot of support. Don't get me wrong, there's gonna be the negative douchebags like we talked about, but they don't matter, bro. They're one people, you know what I'm saying? They're one person. They're not that important in the world, like really. You're more important than the person criticizing you always, because you make the choice. You make the decisions. Yeah, Steven Gomez, I remember you, but I tell you all this, man, because, bro, live life, man. Be happy. Don't let nobody question you. My mom had a stroke, bro. I don't really tell y'all, but the worst part about being in public with my mom was having everybody stare at her. That was one of the worst part. People would stare at her like she was just an animal or some shit, dog. Cause her walk was a little different and her hand was kind of messed up. Cause she had a stroke on the left side of her head. So when we be out in public, everybody be staring at my mom and I'll be mugging their ass like, what the f you looking at, nigga? Cause at the end of the day, she's still a normal person. She's just going through something that she has to get through. You know what I'm saying? This is real life. My boys be looking at my mom, I look at their ass like, serious face. What you looking at my mom for, gang? Cause I know that look is making her uncomfortable. It's like, yo, gang, why you standing at her? You ain't never seen nobody that had a serious medical condition. Are you slow? That's how I get the thing. You gotta be slow. Where you from? You live on a rock, Patrick Starr? But nah, it's just these people, they can't relate. They can't understand. So they're like, people that don't understand can't relate. Bro, when I see somebody who's a handicapped person, I don't even want them to feel uncomfortable, bro. What does that mean? I do not even want to look at them too long to make them uncomfortable because you looking at them like they are in a zoo. This is not an animal. It's a regular human being. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But there's so many people do it. They see a person in a wheelchair and they're just like they ain't never seen anybody in a wheelchair. It's like, yo, bro, this is not an animal at the zoo. This is a person. They do not want you staring at them on that level, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let them live their life. You know? it ain't so intriguing, but there's gonna be people like that all over the world, Pooh. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that bring you down, man. Be strong. You brush that off. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like a groupie. You looking like, why this groupie looking at me like that, man? You want an autograph? Like, that's how they be looking. Nah. They already know how people would feel. It's like you're making this person feel like an animal in a zoo. You don't have to look at anyone on that level, bro. You've seen handicapped people before. You've seen handicapped individuals many times. Don't act brand new to this. But people just have an issue, man. They don't understand life. They don't understand. They look at this person for like 5 minutes. That's creepy. 2 minutes. That's creepy. 1 minute 30 seconds is creepy. You got about a couple seconds to look at a person, bro. And I know what y'all gonna say. Well, freedom of speech, freedom of will. Yeah, you have the freedom of staring at people, but when you stare at people for more than a minute 30 seconds, you look like a creep. You look like a creep, bro. That's just my perspective. Imagine me looking at a girl for 1 minute 30 seconds. Like right now. Don't I look creepy? But why am I looking at her? Yes, you got a body and all that, but 1 minute 30 seconds, that's too long. I could take a glance of like, nah, Shorty's right. But if I just sit there and I'm like, I look creepy. So anybody doing that to somebody that's handicapped or in a different state of living or looking, bro, cut that shit out. This is not the zoo, bro. You go to the zoo and look at the animals like that. You don't look at another person like that. Especially if you know you're looking at them based on the condition. It's weird. Nah, KDS, you say you on a fan raised big side, like you want an autograph? You gotta ask that, like, you want an autograph. But I love y'all though, man. Listen, treat people nice, bro. I made a live about that yesterday, man. It's important. Treat people nice. Be nice to individuals, man. Remember, it's only good and bad people, man. All that race stuff doesn't matter. It really doesn't, because you're gonna meet people that look like you who are more racist than the other people. You know what I'm saying? And when they look like you, nobody want to say they racist. You want to use a different term, but when they white or they Asian, and you like they racist. What happened when they black though? What happened then? Ain't they racist too? Then you start to realize there's no such thing as being racist. It's just good people and shitty people. And we all want the good ones, because don't nobody want to deal with the shit bags, you heard? But I love y'all though, man. Shout out to my man Pooh, man. Hey Pooh, I hope you do that channel, bro. Please get on that channel, bro. It's gonna bring you a lot of happiness, you know, showing and expressing what you go through, what you feel, you know, what life's been after. You know what I'm saying? KDS, man. I love that you've been working out, my boy. You've been getting to it. You've been doing content. You've been focusing on yourself. That's what it's about, man. We gonna all improve on this channel, get better on this channel, and reach success on this channel, man. I'm gonna be back later to go live later. Talk about some more things. Kind of gauge our outside perspective of what the environment is like outside. Personally, I really don't want to show a lot of that stuff regularly. People sleeping on the ground and, you know, not having shoes, but it's just to give you an insight on how life is right now. You know, everybody's struggling, bro. Don't judge no one else. Focus on putting yourself in the best position, putting yourself in the best predicament, because right now, it's tough for everyone. All right, KDS, I'm definitely gonna check it out right when I get off here. I think I might have seen it though. You tagged me. I think I liked the post where you was talking about it was Kendrick Lamar. Is that what it is, or is something different? It was the one with Kendrick Lamar talking about how we're supposed to, you know, grow, be free, get to know ourselves truly. Yeah. That was real though. This is what it's about, man. It's an experience. We all going through this experience. We all share the experience together. And it's just a matter of understanding the experience, bro. Understanding the experience, bro. I support anybody, man. That's good. You know, anybody that's trying to improve themselves, be better in life, because you know, when it's all said and done, it's all about what you did, how you did it, and who you was. That's what matters. We're not gonna care about my glasses, my money, none of that. Y'all gonna care about what I said, what I did, and how I was. That's what you're gonna care about. He said S2, just don't ask her. Why? I don't even respond to stuff like S2, man. Like, everybody's too horny, bruh. Chill out, man. I ain't that horny, man. It's moments where I am horny, but those are rare moments. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, these people be too horny for me. They gotta chill out, man. I ain't freaked out. You know what I'm saying? So you asking me about your daughter, like I wouldn't even talk to your daughter. You know what I'm saying? You gotta Google that S2. Yeah, Google it, man. If they calling your daughter the throat goat, you might want to Google that. S2 said, "What's horny?" This how you know S2 is like 5. But S2 ain't got no daughter. S2 is like 5 years old. Yo, Brandy said, "Gross." Yo, S2 said, "What's horny?" S2, you out of there, man. You like a youngin'. You ain't even got no daughter, man. They not calling your daughter throat goat at school. You capping now. You're bamboozled up. Oh, you're 43. Oh, okay, so you knew what horny meant then. You just being funny. Yeah, that's why I'm looking like you gotta be 5. You don't know what horny means. Stop it. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. I don't know if you want to be trolling about your daughter being a throat goat, though. You might be foreshadowing. Yo, hopefully you ain't got no daughters, you know what I mean? Nah, facts. Facts. But see, that's why KDS, you can't really entertain certain comments because just the mannerism in which the comments came off. I say S2 probably do not have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Say, I ain't got no daughter. Well, hopefully you don't have one, S2. Because you don't already foreshadow your daughter being a throat goat. Like, that's terrible. Imagine you have a daughter now. It's like, that's her destiny. You might have to homeschool her. She can't go to school no more, man. You don't already put that over her head of becoming that person. You know what I mean? You gotta homeschool your daughter if you ever have a daughter, yo. You know what I mean? You foreshadowing her going to school and being called throat goat. That's not cool. You're not gonna be happy as a parent. You're gonna be sad. Like, no way. Appalachian TV, what's the word, man? What's the word? He's like, yeah, like Reddit be bad. Nah, I used to do anime, but nah. Nah, I feel you though, man. Don't never foreshadow that. There's a power in words, bro. You know what I'm saying? So watch what you say, man. Watch what you say. Watch your tongue, man. Watch your tongue. But you gotta think everything you're saying is coming from inside. When I speak, these words come from inside of me, bro. This sound comes from inside of me. So in speaking, I always want to speak the best. Now I feel you, Appalachia. We on that time, man. Stone vibes. You know what I mean? Yep, power of life and death is in the tongue. So watch what you say. Anything you want to say about yourself, make sure is one of the best, bro. Make sure it's good. Make sure it's, yeah, the tongue is a sword. Yeah, anything you gonna say, make sure you saying the best things about yourself or bringing the best things to life. Because when you speak, you literally speak life. There's no way for me to not speak life. It's life in me. When I speak, it comes out of me. Like, this is from inside. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm going to talk about YS, I want to talk about YS in the best light. I want to manifest the best thing for YS. I don't want to say the negative stuff. I don't want to say bad things because that could happen. You know what I'm saying? I might say, man, yo, I can't wait to make these numbers on YouTube go crazy on YouTube. It's always got to be the best things about yourself you're saying. That's how you manifest, bro. Say the best things. You don't say the worst things. Some people be like, oh, I'm just a POS. Well, then you are a POS. You know what POS is? Piece of. People like, oh, I'm just old and not good. And it's like, well, then you're old and not good. Because you're speaking that. But if you're like, nah, I'm that person. I'm something. I'm a matter of fact, I'm important. He said, King Jan said, at the start I lost sub, then I went on a 50 sub streak. Let's go. I told you get that number though. Get that number so you can have that live. It said like 5 seconds. Yeah, because most people ask themselves that. It's like, okay, bro, you ask me, I say, bro, I'm like a 9, 10. Why would I say 9? Because I gotta work on my characteristics. Sometimes I'm a little bit, not the best. But most people, when you're rating them, they'll say I'm like a 4. Why would you want to think you're a 4? You should never rate yourself on that low level of a scale. You should look higher. Rate yourself higher, man. Put yourself on a not on a pedestal, but value yourself on a big level. Always value yourself. If you don't value yourself, don't nobody else value you. It's simple. A lot of things in life is not that hard, man. It's just this man talking about the Cavs. I don't know much about the Cavs, man. It's done. Yeah, man. We're not talking about basketball right now, but eventually we'll talk about basketball. I love basketball talk, man. Yeah, but nah. I say a 9 because, bro, I feel like in order to be a 10, you have to have the best characteristics. And I got good characteristics, but I don't feel like personally I have solidified it to the best of my abilities, bro. That's why I say that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say that, bro. But it's not to down myself. It's just I know. And I personally feel like maybe that's why God hasn't put me in a position of being cool yet, because I still have to master the art of being smooth overall. When I say being smooth overall, let's say I'm annoyed, KDS. Let's say I'm kind of like frustrated. I need to express that smooth as possible without the rah emotions. So that's what I'm working on right there. That right there is the main thing that needs to improve for me to go to the next level of life. And I know that about myself. So maybe you know that about yourself. Maybe it's your work ethic, your energy, your mindset, your behavior, whatever it is. Figure it out and work on it, improve it so you can get to the next step. You know what I'm saying? But I love you all, man. If you just joined the live, it was a good live. We talked about a lot. I went live earlier to show y'all environments outside. I'm gonna go live later though, man. I love all of y'all. Believe in yourself. Yeah, KDS, of course, man. Always think you're a 10. I would say I'm a 9 because I gotta improve one thing to boost me up. Like, I ain't perfect, bro. And I know it's one thing I gotta improve to boost me up to that 10. Because this is make or break me right here. The fact of me being smooth, like I'm gonna give you an example. A shorty was trying to choose up in a sense of like disrespectful, but this my friend. She like, oh, she was snapping on me and all this. 9 times out of 10, I could literally clap back. When I clap back, it's like a full-on clap back. I'm shutting shit down. But it's like, nah, I don't want to be on that type of time. You feel me? I want to be smooth. So when she was clapping at me and doing all that, I simply asked her, I'm like, why you saying all this? Then she didn't give me a good reason. She's like, oh, because sometimes you act bougie, even though she was disrespecting me. I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to chill with you. That's smooth. The other dude is different. That way. You know what I mean? The other guy is like, he's ready to take your soul into your body, snatch that. ball it up and throw it in your face. You know, if he feels like that's necessary. And it's like, I don't want to be that guy, bro. I want to be the guy that's chill. Even if I feel like I'm being offended or disrespected, I want to be cool, even kill, relax, smooth. You feel me? So that's where I'm trying to get to. I ain't there yet. Nobody's perfect, but self-development is worth it. I get that from one of my favorite YouTubers, man. So improve, improve, improve. Everybody know what they got to improve on. Facts. That's something I know I got to improve on. You feel me? Because sometimes I handle that Chip Skylark vibes. It's nothing. Other times it's like I'm tripping. And I ain't tripping in the sense like but I'm frying this motherfucker, knowing that I could fry this motherfucker and nothing gonna come out of it, bro. Why am I doing that? It's waste. It's a waste. I need to handle it. Chip Skylark. Y'all know who Chip Skylark is. He was the coolest, smoothest cat from Fairly Odd Parents, man. Nothing you said to him mattered. And he handled all reactions the best way. I'm not gonna hold you. Some people would say crazy stuff to Chip. He's like, okay. He just never cared. So that's the vibes I'm trying to get on, man. I love y'all. I'm gonna be back later, man. Y'all be safe out there. I'm out of here, you heard?